Welcome to North Hagerstown High School, getting set for boys basketball action here on Antietam Broadband tonight. The North Hagerstown Hubs on their senior night hosting the Williamsport Wildcats. Glad to have you with us here. Live coverage on Antietam Broadband. Mark Keller along with Chad Brashears. Happy to have you with us here. And Chad should have a good one here tonight. Two teams coming in here, 12-8 records, both of them. Both getting ready for the postseason. We're in the home stretch of the regular season now. Should be an exciting game here tonight in North High.
You know, I'm really looking forward to it. The first time they played, Williamsport won 82-71, and Ciante Wilmore had 24 points, Corey Nelson had 17, and Cole Kreiner had 13. And on the north side, you have Brady Walters with 22 and 15. Bonds had 13 and Somerville had 16. They're all back ready to go tonight. As senior night, as you said, it's also that one last push before you get into playoff action. So it should be a great basketball game. Always
a lot of fun when you get teams like this, teams with winning records that have kind of those big threes, you know, and let's talk about North Hagerstown and their big three. And you mentioned Brady Walters, and he's really done a good job. Had a big game the other night against Martinsburg in a loss, 17 points, 11 rebounds. Actually, all three of their big three had big nights against Martinsburg. But Walters, 17 points, 11 boards, 6 steals, 3 blocks, does a little bit of everything down low, and a big man too.
He does. You know, he's extremely athletic. The one thing he does not like a lot is contact, so he's going to actually, when he posts up, he's going to square up and try to get his chest to the basket a little bit and play, front up in the post area. But, Landon Somerville's coming off of a really good last couple games, and he's starting to play really well, and they're going to need him and Will to play really well down the stretch, especially to make the run in the playoffs. I talked to Kevin earlier today on the phone for a little bit, and it's one of those things where the next 2 games are critical for them, because if they can win the next 2 games, they'll get a 1 seed in the playoffs, and that's huge for them right now. So he has a lot riding on the next 2 basketball games, and the boys feel it, and he says he's starting to get a good sense from them at practice that the details are starting to make sense, and tonight's going to be one of those games to see if it all lines up for him.
Yeah, right now North Hagerstown sitting number 2 in 3A West Region 1, 1 game behind Manchester Valley. Manchester Valley 12-6 right now. North Hagerstown 11-7 in games that count towards the regional standings. And they're in kind of a tight spot there too. They've got Oakdale right behind them, Linganore right behind them. So big games, you don't want to fall too far back and get a tougher opponent in that first round in the playoffs.
No, you don't. You want to be able to control your own destiny, and that's one of the phrases that I like to use when I was coaching around this time of year is, can you control your own destiny the last couple games and put yourself in a good spot? Kevin feels as though they can do that, but at the other side, John Weston's in a position where they want to be able to kind of solidify their spot and maybe be able to host a game as well. So you have 2 teams vying for spots now in playoffs at home instead of having to get in a bus and go down the road.
North coming in here having lost 2 of their last 3. We mentioned the Martinsburg loss, 94-80 loss to the Bulldogs on Monday night. They got a big win over Boonesboro last week and a tight loss to Linganore, 55-54 loss to Linganore. Linganore, one of those teams that's kind of nipping on their heels in the region standings as well. So what's North have to do tonight to kind of right the ship, get back on the winning track?
Fortunate enough, I was able to cover the game last Friday night when South and Williamsport played against one another. Cole Kreiner does an unbelievable job on the glass. He's the dirty guy. He does all the little things that you need him to do. The 2 that they're going to have to be probably most worried about are going to be Corey Nelson and Ciante Wilmore. Now, Wilmore, if you get him going downhill, he's extremely fast. He pushes tempo. He gets to the rim whenever he wants to. Corey does a really good job. He's got a football body. He's extremely strong. He doesn't shoot the ball exceptionally well from the outside, but he is capable of getting downhill as well and scoring around the rim. The big question is going to be what other players outside of those 2 step up for them to be able to be victorious tonight.
Okay. We're getting close to tip-off time here. We're going to take a break, come back, and Bob Parcelletti, 3rd member of our team, going to join us. He's going to have a chat with Williamsport coach John Wesson before we go to tip-off here. So stay with us. More to come from North Hagerstown High School, getting set for the Wildcats and the Hubs live. Basketball coverage brought to you here on Antietam Broadband tonight. Stay with us. More to come.
We're sure making a lot of people happy. Hey, you're gonna want a Hagerstown Honda.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you, from the dealer that's making it easy. Hagerstown Honda.
In today's world, people consume video on multiple screens. Antietam Media Services is the company you can trust to reach those audiences. From streaming platforms to social media and traditional cable advertising, Antietam Media Services helps your business be seen. For over 4 decades, Antietam Media Services has been helping clients tell their stories through a lens. From live multicam event coverage to single-camera cinema production, we are Antietam Media Services, inspiring ideas, proven results.
Voltage Wrestling is coming to Antietam Broadband.
Let it blow, gotta breathe. Liquid up, tell me if it tells me. Feel it rush, wanna scream. Hit it hard, no, you'll never let it be.
The action and excitement of Voltage Wrestling on Washington County Living, Channel 6 and 806.
If I was the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving round in a Kia from Hagerstown, Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia, like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7, or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room. Or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
Back here at North Hagerstown High School, getting set for boys basketball action here tonight on Antietam Broadband. Glad to have you with us. North Hagerstown hosting Williamsport tonight. We're going to send it over to Bob Parcelletti. He has Williamsport coach John Wesson. Bob, go ahead, take it away.
Hi, I'm here with Williamsport coach Jonathan Weston. Last week when we saw you guys, you played against South High and you had the 1-point win. Is that a great teaching moment game because it's playing in the pressure for the playoffs coming up?
Oh, for sure, man. Anytime that you go down the stretch with a good team like South, and you execute and you get that tight win, dude, it's a huge confidence boost, and it did really well for our team.
Well, one of the things that mentioned at the end of the game was Ciante Wilmore said that he's never in foul problems. You had to play a lot of the game without him in it. What happened? How that happened? How much did that help you guys?
You know, it helped, and again, it's a trust thing. You know, my first year here, I'm learning to trust these guys, and they believe in me, and they trust me also. So putting him back in the floor, that was that extended of the trust there on the floor, and we did some things defensively to kind of help him out, and he's a smart kid. He knows what to do in foul trouble. Although that was his first time, you know, he did a really good job with it.
North's usually a team that runs a lot.
Yeah.
You guys are going to probably have track shoes today. What are you looking forward today to?
You know, and again, it's the up and down battle that we want. When we get a stop, we want to push, but we don't want to get up and down where it's just missed shot, made shot, missed shot, made shot. So we want to eventually settle into our own pace, you know, and push when we want to.
But you want the open floor too, because you guys play better.
Yeah, we do want the open floor again. When we want that, when we get that stop, you know, we want to run, we want to push, we want to get to the rim.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Bob. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate that. We'll remind you our live coverage here tonight from North Hagerstown High School is brought to you by Hagerstown Kia, the dealer that makes it easy. Hagerstown Kia wishes much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's game, the schools that they represent, and the surrounding communities. Mark Keller and Chad Bashir is here with you, continuing our pregame coverage. And Chad, let's talk about Williamsport. Now they're coming into this on a 3-game winning streak, starting to turn things around a little bit, and not turn around, but sort of build on that that winning record that they have. And what's been key for them here over the last week and a half that they've that's sort of helped them build that cushion a little bit?
You know, I'll go off what a coach just said, the word trust. Trust has been huge. You know, with it being his first year, Coach Weston's done an excellent job. They've won 4 of their last 5. And by doing that, they've started to be able to build their principles on defense and on offense. As he said, he wants to be able to get stops so that their defense becomes their offense. He doesn't want to get into a track meet. Against South, they were able to make it an 84-foot basketball game, which benefited them. So the trust factor and understanding what they want to do both on the offensive side and the defensive side has allowed them to be successful, and that's been key for them right now, especially coming down the stretch, you know, going into the playoff push.
Now you talked about the big 3 for North Hagerstown and Williamsport, kind of the same. Ciante Wilmore, Corey Nelson, Cole Kreiner, that big 3 for Williamsport. How important are those 3 guys here tonight, and who do you look at as maybe someone who might step up here tonight and give them a little extra boost?
So those 3 are huge. They do all the right stuff. They do all the little things as well. But the 2 that stand out to me the most right now is going to be number 20, Jameer Bird, and number 11, Tyquan Streeter. Both of those underclassmen have been thrown into roles where they're going to have to do the right stuff in order to get the ball to the main scorers at this time. Now, they also have been able to lean on the upperclassmen and learn a lot from them. You know, last game, I thought they really managed the game exceptionally well. The other one I'd look out for tonight was going to be Jalen Coleman. He scored 9 straight points against South to start the 3rd quarter. He can get hot shooting the 3 ball. He's shooting 38%. He's averaging about 7 points a game, so he's going to be in that mix for them as well.
We talked about region standings for North Hagerstown. Look at 2A West Region 1, where Williamsport sits right now. They're right now in the number 3 spot. Only 5 teams in that sub-region. So you're really important for Williamsport. They're sitting just a half game above Winters Mill. Williamsport at 11-7 and Winters Mill at 11-8. You want to stay in that 3 spot, because if you fall back to 4, now you're having to play a first-round game against, granted, a Francis Scott Key team with only 1 win, but that's some rest that you could have leading into the playoffs.
I mean, it really is. And, you know, if you look at their schedule and you see how they're kind of closing out, they're at North and they're at Oakdale. So they got two solid 3A teams that they have to compete against in order for them to be successful. So, you know, they take one game at a time. I know we're talking to Coach, it's going to be one quarter at a time, try to minimize the game, see where they're at within the play. So let's see if they can get through the first quarter tonight, see what the score is, and then kind of look at it from that perspective. And that's how Coach Weston's tried to look at the last couple games.
You just talked about those two teams in 3A, and they're fighting, North Hagerstown and Oakdale, much in the same situation as Williamsport and Winters Mill, just a half game between them in the standings. So they're pushing to hold on to the seedings that they have or improve the seedings. Looks like we might have a really intense game here tonight.
It's going to be extremely intense. They're going to give it all they have. I mean, for seniors, we'll go with senior night at North High. You never want the game to end at home as a loss, right? So, and it's funny because yesterday would have been 20 years that I finished my career at Shenandoah University, and I remember it like it was yesterday, right? So it's one of those situations, they always want to be able to have those memories down the stretch. But if you sit in the Williamsport locker room right now, the talk is be an upsetter, go in there, upset senior night, and then see if we can get some stuff rolling, going downhill for us, you know, moving into the playoff push as well.
Yeah, just about a week left here in the regular season. They'll play a couple games next week, both of these teams with 2 games. Well, Williamsport with 2 games left on the schedule, including tonight, North Hagerstown with an extra game on their schedule. At this point, as you're getting ready for postseason, wrapping up the regular season, how much of is it just attention to detail at this point of the season? You've taught so much throughout the season, and now it's just let's execute, let's pay attention to the detail, let's really pay attention to what we're doing out there.
It's going over everything with a fine-tooth comb. It's keeping your legs under you, which is a big key here too. You know, we're talking about 2 teams that are going to play extremely hard tonight. They want to make sure they have their legs under them so they can get through these next 2 games and then kind of reload everything as you get moving towards the playoffs. But it's the details. It's the fine-tooth combing it to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Because as you can see, watching college basketball, when you get into March Madness, it's the teams that you didn't think would be able to make the upsets are the ones because they have the attention to detail that maybe the other ones didn't. So asking them to do the little things right now are key, especially on both benches.
Should be a good one here tonight. Both teams coming in with 12-8 records. North Hagerstown playing host to Williamsport here tonight. Senior night for the North Hagerstown Hubs. We're glad to have you with us here on Antietam Broadband. Stay with us. We're getting ready for tip-off. More to come here from North Hagerstown right after this.
We're sure making a lot of people happy. Hey, you're gonna want a Hagerstown Honda.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you, from the dealer that's making it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
Early age, I always saw myself as a law enforcement officer. I had friends that worked here that kind of pushed me in that direction.
I think it also goes back to the people that you're working with also. You know, the camaraderie that we have, the teamwork that we have, the family-like atmosphere kind of makes it hard to leave and that you want to stay here and be part of something.
Now hiring correctional deputies. Entry level starts at $51,000. Lateral starting salary $53,976 plus a $10,000 sign-on bonus.
With the power of fiber optics enhancing our network, Antietam Broadband will fiber optimize your life. Optimize your internet with fast, reliable download speeds powered by Antietam Smart Wi-Fi. Optimize video streaming and gaming with no buffering or lag time. And optimize your connections for work, learning, and family fun. Fiber optimize your life today. Call or visit AntietamBroadband.com to upgrade.
If I'm the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia. Like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7. Or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room. Or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
Welcome back to North Hagerstown High School, getting set for boys basketball action. Antietam Broadband Channel 6 and 806 tonight. We appreciate you being here. Starting 5 for the Williamsport Wildcats being announced here. And we'll see the 5 starters for North Hagerstown here as well. There's your starting 5 for the North Hagerstown Hubs. They're getting ready for tip. We're going to take one more break before then. Stay with us. Boys basketball coming up right after this.
We're sure making a lot of people happy. Hey, you're gonna wanna Hagerstown Honda.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you, from the dealer that's making it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
Early age, I always saw myself as a law enforcement officer. I had friends that worked here that kind of pushed me in that direction.
I think it also goes back to the people that you're working with also. You know, the camaraderie that we have, the teamwork that we have, the family-like atmosphere, kind of makes it hard to leave and that you want to stay here and be part of something.
Now hiring correctional deputies. Entry level starts at $51,000. Lateral starting salary $53,976 plus a $10,000 sign-on bonus.
With the power of fiber optics enhancing our network, Antietam Broadband will fiber optimize your life. Optimize your internet with fast, reliable download speeds powered by Antietam Smart Wi-Fi. Optimize video streaming and gaming with no buffering or lag time. And optimize your connections for work, learning, and family fun. Fiber optimize your life today. Call or visit AntietamBroadband.com to upgrade.
If I'm the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia. Like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7. Or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room. Or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
Back at North Hagerstown High School, and there is the opening tip. North Hagerstown controls it. The Hubs and the Wildcats underway. Glad to have you with us here on Antietam Broadband. Live boys basketball coverage.
Kevin starts in that 1-4 high set with the UCLA cut, trying to get Brady a jump shot.
Walter short with the jumper from the baseline. It'll be Somerville for 3. Landon Somerville with the first points of the game, and it comes on a three-pointer.
You know, credit Will Bonds there, keeping the ball alive for the offensive rebound.
Coleman's 3 misses. Hubs going the other way. Whedon to Bonds for 3. No good, and it's Ciante Wilmore with the rebound. Coleman, Wilmore, Nelson. And this is Wilmore. Can't handle the pass going down the lane, out of bounds to the Hubs.
Looks like they're going to go full court man here, but it's going to be more of a token. Actually, they're going to go to a zone that's going to be more token just to slow them down, to force North to play in a half-court set.
This is Walters to Whedon. No good, and it's Wilmore with the rebound. Coming the other way, Ciante Wilmore. Kreiner and Nelson. Nelson to Coleman for three, no good. Walters rebounds. Davion Whedon to Bonds down the lane. Left hand is no good. Bonds tips it out. Controls the rebound. Somerville's three is long.
Will Bonds again.
Whedon to Bonds for three. No good. Walters another rebound. Offensive foul called against Bonds. First personal of the game.
Looks like Kevin's going back to the 1-2-2 zone, trying to trap them a little bit, speed them up. Now, we talked about Will Bonds, and you mentioned him a couple times there, you know, offensive rebounds, loose balls, the whole 9 yards. If you look at Will's stat sheet, he fills the whole thing. He is the most complete player that Kevin has. He's done an awesome job his entire senior year with that.
Wilmore to Jacoby Bird, no good. Walters with another rebound. Davion Whedon drives the lane, no good. Coleman rebounds, and it's Jacoby Bird coming the other way.
Good pass.
Sorry, that's Streeter.
Freshman to senior connection there. That's a nice job on the break.
Lots of transition here now. Nelson. Wilmore to Streeter.
I don't think Coach Naylor's going to like the amount of offensive possessions that Williamsport is getting because of getting all the loose balls.
Just over 3 minutes in, 3-2. Hubs with the early lead. Nelson struggles getting him, but got it into Kreiner. Now it's Wilmore.
Back in the zone, another offensive rebound.
Nelson gets the board. Kreiner looking for Wilmore. Saves it back out to Nelson.
Oh, nice pass.
Inside to Kreiner. Can't get it to fall. Wilmore with the rebound, and he gets it. Ciante Wilmore.
I would love to see the stats of how many offensive rebounds have been achieved by both teams so far early in this basketball game. First 4 minutes.
Somerville's three, no good. Gets his own board and is fouled going to the basket.
Kevin just said if they shoot another three, he's probably going to go with another group because he is not happy with the amount of three-point shots that are going up. And I can tell by the body language of Coach Wesson right now, he's in the same boat. He's not real happy with the way they're playing either.
Foul was on Cole Kreiner.
Jameer Bird just checked in. 6'7" sophomore.
And Landon Somerville.
Coach, you're going to take a 30-second timeout.
We remind you tonight's live coverage, high school basketball here from North Hagerstown High School, brought to you by Hagerstown Kia, the dealer that makes it easy. Hagerstown Kia wishes much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's game, the schools they represent, and the surrounding communities. So quick early timeout here by North head coach Kevin Naylor. I'm assuming just to kind of settle things down a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. You know, it's just kind of get back on the same page. We talked a little bit before we came onto the game about details and attention to details, just cleaning some stuff up, being crisp on what you want to do and try to accomplish. Looks like the 1-2-2 is still slowing down Williamsport, which is its job.
Somerville with the steal and the bucket, and Somerville with all 7 points for the Hubs right now. They lead at 7-4.
Williamsport's not getting a guy in the middle of that zone, which is forcing them to have to make plays that's not there. If you look in the middle right here on this replay, the middle is going to be wide open. They got to get somebody to flash in there and make a play. Looks like they're back in man now. Nope, staying zone.
Wilmore to Streeter in the
Good
corner.
flash.
Nice
flash,
pass to
nice
Bird.
pass.
Jameer Bird with the bucket. 7-6, North leads it. 3:30 to go here in the first.
It's a nice cut.
Walters driving down the right side of the lane. And Brady Walters gets his first bucket of the night. 9-6, North Hagerstown.
Tell you what, he does a great job getting down here and getting to the rim.
Kreiner to the bucket. Offensive foul called against Cole Kreiner, and that's 2 quick fouls on Cole Kreiner.
You know, I give Pegas a lot of credit there. We talked last game about stepping in and taking the charge, knowing that the train's coming down the tracks. Cole Kreiner is not a little guy. He's a big boy coming right at you, and he stood there and took it. Excellent job.
A double dribble called there against Will Bonds. The Wildcats will regain possession. .305 to go here in the first period. 9-6. North leading Williamsport.
Get somebody to flash.
Wilmore to the bucket and fouled. Call the foul there on Khalil Pegas.
When he gets to his jump shot, he uses his jump shot to move laterally exceptionally well and not have any contact. It's fun to watch him get downhill to go to the basket.
Wilmore hits the first free throw. Foul was on Brady Walters, not Pegas. So first on Walters. Wilmore's second shot off the front of the rim and in. 9-8 North Hagerstown. Davion Whedon to Somerville. Pull-up jumper, gets it and gets the foul. Landon Somerville feeling it so far tonight here in the first quarter.
Talked to Landon before the game, kind of gave him a little bit of a hard time when he was out getting loose, and you could just tell he had a different look in his eyes tonight. It is senior night. You do want to go out the right way, and this is a great start for him.
9 of the Hubs' 11 points. And he looks to add to that right here. He gets the free throw.
Hate to compare him, but, you know, Caitlin Clark had a pretty nice night last night, scoring pretty early like that.
12-8 Hubs. Somerville with 10 of the Hubs' 12 points.
It was pretty amazing last night. Did you have a chance to catch that?
Did not. Did not catch that.
That was fun to watch. She scored the first 8 points and shot one from about 38 feet to break the record and then go for 49.
Yeah, I saw the shot that broke the record.
It's great.
Really
crazy.
take that shot? She's not afraid to shoot from anywhere.
She isn't. She did promise her coach she was going to shoot it from the logo.
Walters, nice little kick out pass. Somerville
Nice kick
on the
out.
baseline. Whedon for 3, no good. That's Darian Whedon. Another offensive rebound for the Hubs. Bonds, his shot no good. Whistle underneath.
It's going to be white ball.
Call that on Jalen Coleman.
You know, when we were talking there a second ago about all the movement and everything with Caitlin Clark, North had a great set right there. They ran them off a double back pin screen, and it made a lot of plays. Checking in right now is Joey Dorsey. He got moved up, got the call up from JV to varsity, and he had a heck of a start. I think he had 13 points his first game out as a call up.
That'll build your confidence.
Really quickly.
To the corner for Somerville, no good. Walters off his hands and then out of bounds off of Jalen Coleman. So the Hubs will stay right there. Dorsey to Whedon, and Whedon's pass gets away from him. And the Wildcats will come back the other way. 12-8, North Hagerstown leads it. Minute 45 to go in the first period. Isaiah Graham in the game there for the Wildcats. His pass kicked out of bounds by Walters. Nelson's pass picked off by Bonds. This is Dorsey. Nice pass backwards to Somerville. Another 2 for Somerville, and the Hubs lead it by 6. 14-8.
Good skip.
Bird. The left-handed jumper is good for Jameer Bird. 4 points for him. Wildcats cut the lead to 4. Walters looking for Somerville cutting. Left-hand shot, no good. That's going to go out of bounds off of Somerville.
Thought Kevin was right. You just tell him, use your left hand, go through the contact instead of trying to avert yourself away from the contact to make a prettier layup.
Nelson.
In the middle of the zone. Good cut.
Wilmore cutting to the basket. Nice left-handed shot, Ciante Wilmore.
Nelson to Wilmore. Heard that a couple times in football. You hear it in basketball. Those two have really done an exceptional job together at Williamsport. They read each other so well.
Two great athletes, for sure. Kreiner checking back into the game with 2 fouls here in the last 28 seconds of the first period.
Sounds like shot clock's off. Coach Weston's trying to steal one here, see if he can get something going to go into the first quarter.
Wildcats get through the trap. Wilmore pull up just inside the foul line. No good. Walters with the rebound. Nearly taken away by Wilmore. 9 seconds left. Walters.
Inside out.
Kicks it out to Whedon for 3. No good. Walters with the rebound. Gets it up. No. Blocked. Blocked just before the buzzer. And North Hagerstown will take a 2-point lead into our first break here. First period over. Hubs lead the Wildcats 14-12. Stay with us. More to come. High school basketball brought to you by Hagerstown Kia here on Antietam Broadband.
We're sure making a lot of people happy. Hey, you're gonna wanna Hagerstown Honda.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you, from the dealer that's making it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
Over the past few years, homeowners around the world have upgraded to the unmatched efficiency and comfort of a water furnace geothermal heat pump. Water furnace units use the free renewable solar energy stored in your yard to provide dramatic savings on heating, air conditioning, and hot water. And right now, you'll save even more with a 30% renewable energy tax credit.
To learn more and to visit our geothermal savings calculator, visit Total Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning at asktotalcomfort.com.
Welcome back here to North Hagerstown High School. Second period just about underway, now underway. North Hagerstown with a 14-12 lead over Williamsport. Mark Keller and Chad Brashears with you. Glad to have you with us. Pass inside. Walters with the rebound call with a travel. Kevin Naylor wanted a push. Take another look here. Bird for three, no good.
With a foul.
Still loose, and Somerville falls on it and calls the timeout. A 30-second timeout here. Somerville keeps possession for the Hubs there with the quick timeout call. Tonight's live coverage brought to you by Hagerstown Kia, the dealer that makes it easy. Hagerstown Kia wishes much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's game, the schools that they represent, and their surrounding communities. We appreciate Hagerstown Kia's support. We appreciate you all tuning in here tonight on Antietam Broadband Channel 6 and 806.
You know, I see Kevin shaking his head. He's right here in front of us. So get to see the body language, get to see kind of what he's thinking. A big part of that there is he's asking for the contact underneath from Brown. Brown did a really good job. You know, Coach Wesson has spoken very highly of Brown in the minutes that he's providing for Williamsport. He just made it really tough on Brady, and that's a good job. I also saw Kevin, as we got into the huddle, remind Landon who got the ball to start the quarter, which means that we had possession if you're on the north bench.
Walters fouled as he goes up for the shot. And the foul called on Antoine Brown. First personal foul for Brown.
The 1-2-2 that North is running, the best part for Kevin is that he has such length that he's able to have inward moving pieces and stay in that defense. Because right now, Joey Dorsey's playing up top, which allows Somerville the ability to come back and rest a little bit on the backside, which is nice for him.
Walters missing both free throws. And Williamsport now coming the other way. Wilmore up top to Nelson. Corey Nelson calling the offense. Streeter to Wilmore for three. Ciante Wilmore.
Great skip pass.
Three-pointer gives Williamsport a 1-point lead, 15-14, and now a steal. Coming the other way is Streeter. And it was Somerville. Don't know if he got a hand on the ball, but he certainly redirected the shot.
Yes, he did.
Now Walters underneath, gets his own rebound, and he's fouled. And that'll be on Jalen Coleman. Take a look at this.
It's a heads-up skip
Streeter.
pass. Just knowing where Ciante is, great skip pass. And the best part about it was Ciante, as the ball was in flight, gets his feet set under him so he can just catch and shoot knowing that somebody's going to fly at him.
Now Walters back at the line. Misses the front end of this two-shot foul.
Coach Naylor's not going to be happy about the foul shooting percentage. You know, Dave Fultz keeps the stats on an iPad on the bench. He's going to know the exact number of that they've missed before he goes back into halftime.
Walters gets the second, ties up the score, 15 all. 6.5 minutes here left in the first half. Kreiner to Wilmore, looking back to Kreiner. He gets it now, back to Wilmore. And Ciante Wilmore. He's in double digits now, 11 points for Wilmore. And the Wildcats back up by 2. 3-point shot for Darian Whedon. And that gives North Hagerstown a 1-point lead, 18-17. First points of the night for Whedon. Wilmore down the lane. Didn't have much on that shot, now coming the other way.
To his brother.
Whedon to Whedon. Darian with the assist to Davion. Now a foul called.
It's a great pitch ahead. Way to protect the basketball. You can tell he's done that. You know, he uses a trainer and has learned and done that through practice.
3-point lead for the Hubs. Walters pushes the ball up the floor. Now it's a three-pointer for Darian Whedon, no good. Another rebound by Walters. Whedon's shot short, in and out, and now it's Wilmore grabbing the rebound for the Wildcats. We're gonna have to get a check on Brady Walters' rebound numbers. He's got to be close to double digits already.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Aiden Nye's shot no good for the Wildcats, and now it's Walters to Whedon.
Aiden's coming back off of an injury. I don't know how long he's going to play today, what his pitch count's going to be on his injury, but it's nice to have him back on the floor for Coach Wesson.
Will Bonds drawing the foul as he drove the lane. So they're going to get. They'll call that on Nye. Looked like maybe Nelson was the one that got him as he went by.
It's like Omar's going to be a quick sub for Brady Walters. Having a guy like Brady Walters allows you to be able to take shots that maybe Coach Naylor doesn't really like. But he also is able to clean up the glass so well that you can take more shots with confidence, knowing if you do miss them, this ball's probably going to be in your possession. Nice split.
Nelson gets through the trouble there, and up and in, Corey Nelson. 4 points on the night for him, cuts the lead to 3. Hubs lead at 22-19. 4:20 to go here in the second quarter.
I'm not really sure about that call. Randy obviously has a different point of view than what we did. I would love to see that on replay just to see where the ball hits before he got it. Let's see what we got here. You know what? That does hit off the back of Dave's foot. That's a good call. That is the right call.
And North High fans not with the benefit of the replay like we have, so they're not too pleased. So we hit the midway point of the second quarter here. Streeter. No good. Kreiner can't get the rebound, and the Hubs take it the other way. Whedon, he's going to get called with the offensive foul.
Ciante just stood in there and took it. Got his feet set. Great general guarding position. And as a football player, he is used to that contact, so it doesn't bother him too much.
So the foul is on Davion Whedon, second on him, and he takes a seat right now. Wilmore to Kreiner, out to Coleman for 3. Jalen Coleman couldn't get the bounce.
Board. Good pass.
Drame with the rebound in underneath to Somerville. Landon Somerville has his first bucket of the second quarter. And Bird trying to control that. His foot touched the line. So it's going to go out of bounds to the Hubs. 5-point lead now for North Hagerstown.
That zone is really giving Williamsport some fits right now from a North defensive perspective. Will Bonds back on the floor. Let's see what Kevin calls here. They're going into man defense. Going 4 high. Here comes the UCLA cut. Looks like bringing off the double on the backside.
Bonds works out of the corner. Now it's Whedon back to Bonds.
Nice touch.
Into the lane, Will Bonds. His first bucket from the floor tonight. He has 4 points. It's now a 7-point lead for the Hubs. The ball gets through Coleman's hands, and North has it again. Coming the other way, Strickland. Now it's Wilmore coming back. Strickland fouls him, and Wilmore gets the bucket.
General rule of thumb there. Either you're going to not give up the foul or you're not going to give up the layup. And unfortunately, Reese was in no man's land. He committed the foul and gave up the layup, which makes it, you know, a momentum position for Williamsport right now.
Wilmore misses, but Kreiner gets the rebound. And then Wilmore, but out of bounds, off of Wilmore.
Both Cole Kreiner and Brady Walters just battle at the glass all game long, don't they?
They do.
They just get...
And there's Kreiner. There they are both battling for that.
Should be
tied
more
it up.
Possession.
Take another look. Wilmore with the rebound. Pulls up just inside the foul line. Ciante Wilmore. 15 points in the first half for Wilmore. Kreiner to Wilmore now. He's going to slow it down, doesn't have the numbers.
Nice skip pass.
2 minutes to go here in the second. Streeter, pull up, no good. Reese Strickland with the rebound, but he's under pressure there.
Right there, were two defensive play right there with that trap is two upperclassmen. Corey knew that Reese doesn't get a lot of minutes and doesn't have maybe the confidence to say somebody else would bringing the ball up the floor. He pressured him up. Cole recognizes that and come in traps to force him to make a play that he probably did not want to make. Back in the zone.
Streeter into the corner. Now to Coleman in the corner for three. Jalen Coleman.
That's his spot. He shoots it exceptionally well in this left corner, 26-26.
First points of the night for Coleman, and they tie the game. Under 1:30 to go here in the first half.
You know, Streeter did an excellent job looking it off, taking one dribble, sucking in the defense, and that pass to the corner. Nice job as a freshman.
Bonds to Walters. Walters drives the lane. Kept control of it and gets the bucket. Brady Walters. Hubs up by 2. Kreiner lost control of the ball, went to the bucket a little out of control, but gets fouled doing so.
I'd like to see that on replay.
Yeah, there it is. Walters called for the personal, second of the night for Brady Walters.
They're going to get him for his hands coming down. You can actually see Sean Dixon, who has been doing this for a very long time as an official, just symboled to the bench. Hands were coming down. That's where the foul was called. It was with the hands coming down across the arm more than keeping it upright, or what we would like to call it a wall off. He did not wall off real well there.
Cole Kreiner hits the first, now taking his second free throw. First point of the night for Kreiner. Second shot up, no good. And Walters grabbing another rebound. Hubs up by 1. Whedon up top to Somerville.
Got him in the post.
Braden Griffin back to Somerville.
Got a nice
Wilmore
play,
with the steal. Up and in, Ciante Wilmore. Shot clock is off. Williamsport up by 1. Bonds to the bucket and in. Will Bonds. 6 points on the night now for him. 15 seconds left in the
Williamsport should
first
hold
quarter.
for the last shot. Look opposite. That's going up.
Wilmore for 3. No good. Kreiner with the rebound, loses his footing. Shot up by Streeter, no good. At the buzzer. North Hagerstown with a 30-29 lead here at the break. Stay with us. Chad Brashears and I will be back here during the intermission, talk about what we saw here in the first half. We'll have Bob Parcelletti joining us, hopefully with a couple words with Kevin Naylor coming out of the locker room. 30-29 is your score. North Hagerstown leading Williamsport. More to come on Antietam Broadband right after this.
If I'm the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown, Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia. Like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7. Or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room. Or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown, Kia.
Our family relies on the internet every day. We both work from home at times, so our Wi-Fi just has to be there. We learn with it, laugh with it, and count on it for all kinds of things in our home.
Your family depends on strong internet and Wi-Fi. That's why Antietam Broadband provides fast internet speeds and reliable Wi-Fi to meet your needs every day. Flight Fiber is now available in Sharpsburg. Call 301-797-5000 now to sign up.
Voltage Wrestling is coming to Antietam Broadband.
Let it blow, gotta breathe. Liquid up, tryna if it tells me. Feel the rush, wanna scream. Hit it hard, no, you'll never let it be.
The action and excitement of Voltage Wrestling on Washington County Living, Channel 6 and 806.
We're sure making a lot of people happy. Hey, you're gonna wanna Hagerstown Honda.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you, from the dealer that's making it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
Welcome back to North Hagerstown High School. Halftime score, 30-29. The homestanding North Hagerstown Hubs leading the Williamsport Wildcats. Mark Keller and Chad Brashears here with you. Glad to have you with us here tonight on Antietam Broadband for our live high school basketball coverage. And quite an interesting first half here. A little bit of everything we saw in there, ending with a 1-point lead for the Hubs here. And talk about that. Williamsport North just can't get them to go away. They were up by as much as 7 there in the second quarter, and Williamsport just keeps chipping away.
Yeah, they're grinders. I mean, when talking with Coach Wesson, he wants them to play exceptionally hard and just push that envelope as much as they can all the time. And I'll be honest with you, they are so relentless for offensive rebounds that it forces North to have to make plays at the end of every possession. And, we talk about ending a possession with the rebound. Right now, I'm sure Coach Naylor is not thrilled with how many offensive rebounds they've given up. And I credit a lot of that to Ciante Wilmore and Cole Kreiner just going to the glass really, really hard.
And we're seeing it the other way, too. We talked a lot about Brady Walters, and hopefully we'll have some of those numbers here at the halftime. But Brady Walters just owning the offensive boards on North Hagerstown's side.
Absolutely. He's got to have 7 or 8 offensive rebounds, and he's probably well into 11 or 12 rebounds right now for the game. And it's the same thing. I'm sure Coach West is talking, how can we keep him off the glass? How can we keep Somerville off the glass? They settled for a lot of jump shots on the north side. They settled for a lot of jump shots early, which Coach did not like. But what it did was give them long rebounds to be able to extend possessions.
two players really standing out, at least as far as offense goes. Landon Somerville had the really hot start for North Hagerstown. 12 points in the first quarter, finishes the first half with 14 points. What's Somerville doing to make himself? Obviously, he's feeling it. He's shooting the ball well, but what's he doing to get open and get those shots?
I think the offense is kind of set up for him to be able to get the ball in certain scoring spots, as we like to call them. And he as a senior, is able to know when he should try to score, when he should try to pass. He can kind of feel that as it's coming along. He's doing an exceptional job, but he's also playing with confidence. That's a big piece of this. Him and Ciante play with so much confidence on the floor that you almost every single time they take a jump shot, even as fans or as people that are calling the game, we're like, okay, that's going to go in. You can kind of feel it a little bit. So that's why I think his biggest piece is right now, his confidence is big.
We're seeing the same thing kind of coming the other side for Williamsport. Ciante Wilmore, 17 points in the first half for Wilmore, and not quite the fast start in the first quarter for Wilmore, but he was really starting to feel it in the second quarter, and really just was all over the court, never far from the ball at all, was Ciante Wilmore in that second quarter.
So 2 Friday nights on television, he scores 6 points in the first quarter, he scores 11 points in the second quarter, and 17 at halftime for both games. And watching him play, he plays at such a pace that it forces you to play on your heels. And he does it exceptionally well, not just because of his physicality, but the way that he carries himself, the confidence that he plays with, and his explosiveness is huge. And right now, him and Corey are doing an exceptional job on the Williamsport side, being explosive players for them on and off the basketball.
So let's talk about, we talked about two guys who've really excelled offensively tonight. What does North Hagerstown need to do to get some other guys involved? How do they get Walters going offensively? How do they get Will Bonds going a little bit? Bonds with 6 points, but how do they get him a little bit more involved offensively?
I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin tries to put him in some ball screen action as well as some post-up action. They run a lot of what they call 1-4 high. They try to get into a UCLA cut on the right side of the floor. Sometimes they duck him down in and they get him into the post. Other times they bring out and set that screen. So I kind of feel like Kevin's going to go to that. But I'll be honest with you, he could be exceptionally great by getting rebounds and going right back up. Sometimes he brings it down and doesn't go explode right back up like he needs to, and I'm sure Kevin had that conversation with him.
Then on the other side, we mentioned Wilmore with 17 points. After that, you got Corey Nelson with 4 points, Jameer Burb with 4 points. So same question, how do you get someone besides Wilmore more involved offensively for the Wildcats here?
So the zone that Kevin's running, the 1-2-2, I think has really befuddled them a little bit. They're not getting the ball to the middle and looking opposite really fast. They're kind of all standing around the three-point line. I think if they can figure out how to get the ball into the middle and facilitate faster, they'll have the ability to catch and score a lot quicker that way. Streeter had good looks. He just did knock down some of his open shots, and Coleman did finally hit the three here in the corner. So it's kind of, if they can get those guys rolling a little bit, we talk about players but to watch in the second half. Jalen Coleman does a really good job in the second half. I'm excited to see what the zone will do that allows him to catch and shoot outside.
Senior night activities underway here at North Hagerstown High School. A little bit of an extended halftime for you here tonight. 30-29 is your halftime score. North Hagerstown leading Williamsport. Stay with us. We're going to have more to come. Bob Parcelletti is going to talk to North Hagerstown coach Kevin Naylor after this break. More to come from North Hagerstown right after this.
If I was the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia. Like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7. Or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room. Or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
With the power of fiber optics enhancing our network, Antietam Broadband will fiber optimize your life. Optimize your internet with fast, reliable download speeds powered by Antietam Smart Wi-Fi. Optimize video streaming and gaming with no buffering or lag time. And optimize your connections for work, learning, and family fun. Fiber optimize your life today. Call or visit AntietamBroadband.com to upgrade.
Early age, I always saw myself as a law enforcement officer. I had friends that worked here that kind of pushed me in that direction.
I think it also goes back to the people that you're working with also. You know, the camaraderie that we have, the teamwork that we have, the family-like atmosphere, kind of makes it hard to leave, and that you want to stay here and be part of something.
Now hiring correctional deputies. Entry level starts at $51,000. Lateral starting salary $53,976 plus a $10,000 sign-on bonus.
We're sure making a lot of people happy. Hey, you're gonna wanna Hagerstown Honda.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you, from the dealer that's making it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
Welcome back to North Hagerstown High School. Tonight's live high school basketball coverage brought to you by Hagerstown Kia, the dealer that makes it easy. Hagerstown Kia wishes much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's game, the schools they represent, and their surrounding communities. Mark Keller and Chad Brashears here with you. 30-29 is your halftime score. North Hagerstown with the 1-point lead over Williamsport, and we checked some of those numbers for you at halftime. Chad, what do you have for offensive rebounds for both of these teams?
Williamsport has 6 offensive rebounds. North has 11 offensive rebounds. Brady Walters has 9 for the game total, 4 of them being on the offensive end. So I think if you sit in either locker room, doesn't matter which one you sit in, there are going to be conversation pieces that you need to have and you need to be concerned with if you're on the defensive side for both of those. Now, from the foul line, North was 6 of 9 from the foul line for the first half, and Williamsport was 3 of 5. So they're doing a pretty good job to, shooting the basketball from that perspective at the foul line. It seemed like they missed more, but the offensive rebounds and the extension of possessions is really what has extended both teams to be where they're at right now, 30-29.
And it really seemed like there were more than that. There
Absolutely.
were more offensive rebounds. So Bob Parcelletti has North Hagerstown coach Kevin Naylor. Bob, take it away.
Okay, I'm here with Kevin Naylor, the coach at North High. Coach, you've been playing like fire drill basketball and being successful with it so far, it seems like.
Well, it's a situation where we got to be a little more disciplined in what we are doing. We're trying to trap on the corners, and through us trying to do that, we get a little off on the backside of our press. So, we got to straighten that up and make sure that we stop taking threes that we don't need to be taking that early in the shot clock.
Well, in the first early going, I mean, it was like you guys were running all over the place, but you were getting all the offensive rebounds. You were getting all that stuff to put you in position to score. How do you pull the reins back?
Well, I like the tempo. I want that up tempo, but we have to get to the rim and we have to finish. The other thing, we don't need to shoot threes. We can't. We're not a good three-point shooting team. We got one guy that shoots over 40%, and everybody else is probably around 19. So why are we shooting threes? But we addressed that at half. We made a few adjustments for our defense as far as our half-court defense, and a few adjustments on our offense. So,
what are you doing with your press? It seems to be really bothering them. What are you guys doing to make it?
Well, it's just a basic 3-2 press. We're trapping in corners, and all corners, all 4 corners, if we get the opportunity to. But it's one of those things where we do have to be disciplined, because if we don't stay disciplined, they're going to pick it apart.
All right. Well, good luck second half.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Bob. Thanks, Coach Naylor. And much like you talked about, Chad, too many threes for Coach Naylor's taste are the Hubs taking here tonight. And we'll see if that changes here in the second half. It sounds like there was some talking to done at halftime in the locker room for the Hubs.
With Kevin knowing what's at stake, right, going into the playoffs, I would say there's going to be a very quick revolving door at the X when you check in. If you take some threes that are ill-advised or ones that he does not like or doesn't feel good about, I'm sure there's going to be a quick substitution pattern to kind of get everybody lined up to where they need to be within the framework that he wants to run it. We talked a little bit about the tempo. He does like the tempo, and he's trying to trap as much as he can. And you can see on the backside when we're watching this through either our monitor or live, is that you can see the backside's really opening up because everybody's pulled so far above the foul line. That's Williamsport spacing it out. So it's going to be interesting to see if Kevin's able to make some of those adjustments as well.
The trap was kind of hit and miss. They got some stops. North got some stops on the trap with Williamsport, but Williamsport also finding the way to get through there sometimes, and a lot of that was with Wilmore making that cut through the middle and able to dish from there. Do you see Williamsport? What's the key to Williamsport being able to do that, break that trap, get through that trap, get the ball to Wilmore in the middle?
I think the easiest way to look at this from Kevin, she called it a 3-2. I think you have Corey Nelson running the point guard on the outside, and you have Ciante Wilmore running the point guard in the middle. Like, he's the guy that you got to get it to at the foul line, at the nail area, as we'd like to call it, and let him facilitate from there. If they're able to catch it there and drive, he's going to be able to make plays that nobody else on the floor is going to be able to make for them.
Pick out one guy from each of these squads that's going to be key here in the second half, or that could, you know, put them over the top. You got a 1-point game right now. Who's the guy, the kind of the X factor on either side that can put one of these teams over the top?
I think Will Bonds and Ciante. If you go with the main three, if you're going to go outside of the main three, I think it's going to come down to Jameer Bird's going to make some plays that are going to be really good for them. And I think on the other side, you're probably going to get something out of one of the Whedon brothers. You know, I know Day starts, but it's senior night. You always look for a senior to make that lasting impression, and I feel like tonight's going to be one of those nights.
Okay. A little bit of time left here in halftime. 30-29 is your score at the intermission. North Hagerstown leading Williamsport. Stay with us. Second half action yet to come from North Hagerstown High School. High school basketball coverage on Antietam Broadband, brought to you by Hagerstown Kia. We'll be back right after this.
If I'm the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia, like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7, or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room, or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
I look up like, oh.
Back here at North Hagerstown High School, getting set for second half action. The Hubs with a 30-29 lead over the visiting Williamsport Wildcats on senior night here at North Hagerstown. We are glad to have you with us here. Our live coverage on Antietam Broadband. Plenty of replay opportunities for tonight's game as well. Starting tomorrow, Saturday, February 17th, Sunday, February 18th as well. 2 opportunities, both of those days, 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, February 19th, 20th, and 21st. Replays at 8 p.m. on all 3 of those days. Glad to have you with us here live. Williamsport has possession to start the second half, trailing by 1, 30-29. And we are underway. Corey Nelson. Streeter. Back to Nelson up top. Jalen Coleman's 3 no good. And it's Walters with a rebound. Now he's in double digits with 10 boards.
Ciante Wilmore's not on the floor for Williamsport right now.
Walters kicks it out to Will Bonds. Keep an eye on that.
Square up.
Where Wilmore is. Walters, a nice reverse.
As we talk pregame, he likes to post you up, but then reverse pivot and play chest up basketball against you. That's a great basketball move right there.
Kreiner to Coleman. And up top to Nelson. Kreiner kicks it back out to Coleman. Shot clock at 1. Nelson needs to get the shot off. The 3 is no good. And it's Somerville with the rebound. Hubs up by 3. In the corner is Davion Whedon.
Griffin.
Griffin for 3. First points of the night for Griffin.
Ciante's back at the scorer's table, getting ready to check in.
Kreiner, and now it's Nelson. Drive, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Corey Nelson.
I'm really surprised Williamsport hasn't set a high ball screen when landed. And then what you would do is you come off that ball screen and you're going to attack the elbow defensive player, and you can have a guy in the corner. Everything becomes a mismatch on the swing there. I'm really surprised they haven't tried to set that ball screen to give them a gap to attack. Flex cut.
Whedon, covered by Nelson. Walters, fouled on the floor.
Coach Naylor's asking for the Hubs to move the basketball.
Foul was on Tyquan Streeter, first on him.
Nice read.
Whedon pulls up, his shot no good. And they're going to call Somerville coming over the top on that. And that'll be the first personal on Landon Somerville.
Looks like they're going to have Ciante playing in the short corner on that backside where Coach Naylor was talking about, the backside of the traps. Good pass.
Kreiner with the right hand.
Short corner to a dive action. Nice pitch ahead.
Somerville blocked by Corey Nelson.
I'd like to see that replay.
We're going to see it here. Kevin Naylor's calling for a foul.
Asking for a foul. Looks like his left hand was hit pretty good there.
And it's going to be out of bounds to the Wildcats as well. And Kevin Naylor not happy with that call at all.
No, he gave us the hairy eyeball, didn't he?
Yes, he did. (35-31). Hubs leading it by 4. Kevin Naylor still steaming over that. How can you not call that, is what he just said.
You know, with our headsets on, a lot of stuff's muted out or muffled. That was pretty clear,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Shot clock at 5.
Oh, nice play.
Somerville gets the steal. Cole Kreiner, the pull-up jumper is good. Kreiner with 4 points here in the third quarter. And he's cut the deficit to 2. Walters
Nice
short.
hustle. You know, Coach and I, we have a lot of conversations every single time we see each other. And the animation that you see is the passion that he brings to the game. It's the passion he brings to the kids. And he cares deeply about these boys and they're competing. And you can just see it coming out from him right now.
Kreiner again in the middle, gets his own rebound and back in. Cole Kreiner with 6 points here in the third quarter. He's tied up the score. 35 all, and Kevin Naylor's going to take a timeout.
That's a good timeout. Let's regroup. Let's get everything back on the same sheet of music here and see where we can go from there. That's the thought process Kevin's going to have. Now on the Williamsport side, they've done a much better job getting the ball into the middle. You can see they started to attack the middle. I'm sure Coach had a really good game plan coming out of halftime. And honestly, it has been Cole Kreiner in the middle and has not been Ciante Wilmore.
All 6 points for the Wildcats here in the third quarter belong to Kreiner, giving him 7 on the night. As a coach, now we've seen Kevin Naylor, his temper a little bit here in the early going, not happy with a couple of the calls. The timeout sort of helped him as well, sort of calm himself down a little bit. And
it does. I mean, I think when you become, I'll call Kev a vet. I think when you become a vet through this process, you learn. I pace too, okay? And I still do it in 7th grade basketball. Sometimes those walks to the end of the bench help you clear your mind a little bit. But he's able to catch his breath and remind the guys too. And that's the biggest piece. Sometimes teaching yourself. And here's a nice post cut. That's great basketball. Offensive rebound.
Another board for Walters. goes out of bounds to the Hubs. Inbound passes to Bonds.
Skip.
Bonds shot no good. And Nelson coming the other way.
To go back to what Kevin said at halftime during his interview, he talked about settling. Right now, they're not settling just for threes. They're settling for all jumpers. And that's made it exceptionally tough for them.
Somerville with a rebound. Davion Newton couldn't handle the pass, and now Somerville fouled as he goes to the bucket.
You know, a great rule of thumb there is do not throw the ball in back under your basket. And Jalen Coleman did that, and that, you know, could cost them 2 points here.
Fouls on Corey Nelson, second on Corey Nelson.
Looking for a towel on the floor.
Somerville now 4 for 4 from the line tonight. There's one more coming. No foul trouble to speak of here. A couple players with 2 fouls, but nobody with more than that.
Kevin just called fist on defense. Let's see what they run out of fist here.
Somerville misses the second. So it's a 1-point lead for North.
Man.
Kreiner going to the basket hard. They lost control, and now coming the other way. Griffin to Bonds.
Middle touch, outside look. Good pass. It's a great no call.
Yes, very good no call. Walters now with 9 points.
Coleman to the 3 in the corner.
No good, and the rebound to Somerville. Pushing it the other way.
Good look off.
Into the corner for Bonds for 3. Will Bonds, and we're going to have a timeout after that. Called by the Wildcats. We were all tied up at 35, and now 6 straight points for the Hubs.
It's a great extra look off by Day. That's also the guys knowing who has the hot hand and trusting your seniors.
9 points on the night now for Will Bonds.
It's a games of ebbs and flows. You know, Williamsport made a run, Kevin called a timeout. North makes a run, John calls a timeout. I think the full court man, which Kevin went with the double fist, I think that really forced them to play at a pace that they are not accustomed to playing at in this game. And it'll be interesting to see what adjustments he makes going back. Now, will Kevin stay with it, or will he go back to his 1-2-2 zone?
2:43 left here in the third quarter. North holding a 6-point lead, 41-35.
Looks like they're back to the 1-2-2.
Corey Nelson to Wilmore in the corner.
Skip.
Coleman, nice look to Kreiner. Can't get it to fall, gets the rebound. Sees Wilmore cutting, and Ciante Wilmore has his first points of the second half. 19 now for Wilmore. And a nice pass from Kreiner. Walters, baseline. No call. Kreiner. Wilmore got his own rebound, fouled with the shot, and he'll have a shot at a 3-point play here.
And honestly, there's not much Brayton Griffin can do right there. The ball kind of fell right to him, and he's just going to get him. Unfortunately, the strength of Ciante Wilmore made it a little bit easier for the finish.
Wilmore completes a 3-point play. 22 points now for Ciante Wilmore.
You know, he shoots the ball exceptionally well at the foul line for a big man.
Yes,
shooting 70% this year from the foul line. Does a great job.
3 for 4 from the line tonight. So Right around that average, just above it. Foul call here.
Looks like Isaiah Graham got it in the backcourt. Don't think Coach Wesson was very happy with that one. Looks like they're trying to get Landon in a post-up setup here. Here comes Bill off a double.
Bonds.
Nice finish.
Will Bonds.
Great body control and strong finish with the left hand. Like to see that replay here when we have a chance. That was a great play.
Wildcats trailing by 3, 43-40. Nelson to Coleman for 3. Jalen Coleman ties the ball game, 43 all. And now Walters coming the other way.
Great
block by Kreiner. And it's going to go out of bounds to the Hubs. We'll take another look here.
And he drives right here to the middle. This is a great play. Switches hands in midair. That's a nice finish. That's a great left-handed play.
1 minute to go here in the third period. We're all tied up at 43.
Asking for the high ball screen.
Bonds to Dorsey. His 3 no good. Now going the other way. Kreiner back to Wilmore.
Oh, good pass.
Can't get it to fall is Graham. And he tries to throw it off of Walters, but Walters controlled it. 30 seconds to go.
Got about a 3-second differential between shot clock and game clock right now.
Somerville drives the lane and gets the bucket. Landon Somerville fouled as he scored that one. Looks like that'll be on Kreiner.
It's a strong take by Landon.
17 points for Landon Somerville. He looks to add to it here, and does. 3-point lead for North Hagerstown, 46-43. 24 seconds to go here in the third period.
They're staying in that zone, the 1-2-2.
Streeter to Coleman, back to Streeter. 15 on the clock. Streeter pulls up, no good.
Too fast.
Dorsey takes it all the way with the left hand. Joey Dorsey, his first points of the night. Nelson runs out of time. Can't get the shot off before the buzzer. North Hagerstown, a 48-43 lead over Williamsport after 3. Stay with us. Fourth quarter action to come from North Hagerstown High School. High school basketball brought to you by Hagerstown Kia. Coming back after this.
If I was the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia. Like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7. Or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room. Or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
Entrepreneurs have molded our county, our country, and our world. That's why Antietam Broadband is proud to announce our Innovation Fund to help Washington County entrepreneurs start up, grow, or sustain their business. Antietam Broadband will invest a total of $1 million to help local entrepreneurs bring their dream one step closer to reality and to support growth and expand opportunities in our community. To learn more about the Innovation Fund, visit AntietamBroadband.com.
Fourth quarter underway here at North Hagerstown High School. The Hubs with a 48-43 lead over Williamsport. Mark Keller and Chad Brashears with you. got a good one on her hands here. Brady Walters under the basket. Taken away by Jalen Coleman.
You know, as well as Streeter's playing as a freshman, I would be willing to bet you that coach thought that was too quick at the end of the quarter, which gave out to a run out for a quick bucket to end the quarter for North. I would not be utterly shocked if Ciante Wilmore doesn't take the majority of the shots at the end here in the fourth quarter. Nice pass.
Wilmore lost that one. Now it's Brady Walters into double digits with that basket. 11 points on the night for Walters. 7-point lead for the Hubs, 50-43.
This has tied the highest lead of the night for either team, hasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, we haven't been beyond a 7-point lead. Nelson.
10 on the shot clock.
Got out of trouble. Kicks it to Streeter, up top to Coleman. Taken away, Walters up to Dorsey.
And one.
With the left hand, can't get it to fall. Joey Dorsey will go to the line.
Jameer Bird's making his way to the table for Williamsport.
Foul was on Jalen Coleman, second on him. Again, both teams in decent shape foul-wise. Cole Kreiner, the only player in the game with 3 fouls. Dorsey hits the first free throw. Dorsey's second shot up. Nothing but net. 9-point lead for the Hubs, biggest of the night. Bird for 3, Jameer Bird.
Right now he's shooting 45% from 3 at 6'7". And if he figures out what other gear he can put it into, he's going to be really, really good.
Bonds lost control. Kreiner took it away, and now
nice play by Pegas.
Pegas taking it back for the Hubs.
Bonds.
Bonds for 3 in the corner. Will Bonds. Will Bonds, very quiet, 14 points tonight for North Hagerstown, kind of out of nowhere.
It is, but you know, it's kind of what he's done all year long. He's averaging 14, so he's now on his average. But he does all the other stuff. He's a stat filler. You know, if we talk to Coach Foltz after this, he'd give us the whole rundown there on his iPad, and you'd see exactly what Will's done for the Hubs so far tonight and this season as a senior.
And that's a big one momentum-wise. The Wildcats got the 3-pointer from Jameer Bird, and for North to come right back and sort of stem the tide right there, get that 3 back, got to be big for the Hubs.
Took the punch on the face and you swung back. And, you know, and that's what you want this time of year. That's playoff basketball. That's learning how to win in big moments. And Will has been around in a lot of big moments.
We remind you tonight's live coverage is brought to you by Hagerstown Kia, the dealer that makes it easy. Hagerstown Kia wishes much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's game, the schools that they represent, and their surrounding communities. Once again, thank Hagerstown Kia for their support of our high school sports coverage throughout this school year. Happy to be with you here tonight from North Hagerstown High School. Last game of the season for us here.
It is.
It's gone by very quickly.
Yes, it has. Looks like North's going man here.
9-point lead for the Hubs, 55-46, 6 minutes to go.
Nice drive baseline.
Finds the man cutting, Corey Nelson.
They do an exceptional job on that little duck pass there, making that come back to the middle. And now Williamsport is going to go 1-3-1, it looks like.
Underneath, a nice little reverse there for Pegas. First points of the night for Khalil Pegas. Pushes that lead back out to 9. 57-48. Streeter to Wilmore. Looking for somewhere to go. Picked up his dribble, and Walters jumps in front of Bird. And Bird favoring his
Good pass.
left hip underneath to Will Bonds. Bonds heating up now, 5 points this quarter. 16 on the night for Will Bonds. Bird's shot, no good.
Here comes the track meet that Coach Wesson really did not want to get into. See if they keep passing it around. They got Will in the corner. Will's going to pull this one.
Bonds for three. Will Bonds. He can't miss now.
He's found his hot spot on the floor. He's hit 3 in a row from that exact spot. Coach Naylor just looked at me with this facial expression like, wow.
8 points this quarter for Bonds, 19 on the night. Bird for 3. Was it Walters that got that one?
Walters did get that one. He averages 2 blocks a game.
We'll take another look at that last 3 from Will Bonds.
You know who I give credit for there? Landon Somerville. Knowing where the hot hand is on the floor and finding him.
Shot clock under 5. Got to get the shot up. Coleman does for 3. No good. Rebound goes to the Hubs. Somerville bringing it up. 14-point lead now for the Hubs.
Nice backdoor cut.
Walters underneath. Kicks it back out to Dorsey.
18 on the shot clock. Plenty of time.
Walters from the baseline. No good. Wilmore with the rebound. 4 minutes to go. Williamsport needs to get something going here if they're going to get back in this. Wilmore for 3. No good. And it's Bonds with the rebound.
Kevin's asking him to hold it up, run something here. So I'm going to go high ball screen. Nope. They're going to go to flex cut. Here he comes.
Nearly tipped in. Somerville tied up before the timeout could be called. And it'll be Williamsport ball.
You know, when Kevin coached at South, he really liked to run that quick flex cut, see if he can steal a bucket. If he was trying to get Landon right there on the back cut, nobody was seeing it coming. It was a nice job. Back to the 1-2-2 for North. Looks like Williamsport starting to space out a little bit for Coleman.
Coleman for 3, and he gets it.
Same corner.
Jalen Coleman, 3rd three-pointer of the night. He has 9. 62-51. Time is on North Hagerstown's side right now.
Yes, it is.
11-point lead as we approach the 3-minute mark. Walters looking for Pegas inside, knocked out of bounds.
Be 11 on the shot clock.
Dorsey gets it into Bonds. Nelson all over him. Kreiner tipped it away, but off of Coleman. North keeps possession. The shot clock's at 4. Somerville.
Nice take.
Goes to the bucket and gets it. Landon Somerville. He has 20 now.
He knew exactly how many dribbles were going to get that extension point. That's really good stuff.
Wilmore underneath, too far under, gets the rebound, but can't get it to fall. He's fouled by Brady Walters. 3rd foul on Walters.
Be interesting to see if Williamsport goes into some sort of a press here with 2:37 to go, down 13. Even if he makes this, gets it to basically, now if he makes one of these, it gets to a 4-possession basketball game. Are they going to go in some form of press here?
Wilmore 3 for 5 from the free throw line tonight. Misses that one, 3 for 6, but it's Coleman with the rebound. He's fouled. Looks like that might be Walters again.
Looks like it was.
And that'll be
that 4
if it is. It is on Walters, and that'll be number 4.
I jinxed Ciante. Last time at the line, I talked about how well he shoots it. This time at the line, he misses both. Omar's getting Brady. I'd love to be a part of this conversation with him and Coach Naylor.
Coleman with that first free throw is in double digits, 10 points now, and make that 11 for Jalen Coleman. 11-point lead for the Hubs, 2:30 left in regulation. Haggis for three.
Nice play by Bond.
Rebound by Bond, and it's waved off. Before the shot.
I would love to see the hold before the shot on this one. Will crashes exceptionally hard.
We don't get to see it there.
Double screen on the backside.
Somerville. Out of bounds to Williamsport.
I don't know how long Kevin's going to wait, but it looks like Walter's getting ready to go back to the table.
Corey Nelson. Clock now down to 2 minutes. Nelson defended well there by Dramé. Nobody can control the ball. It's all over.
8 seconds on the shot clock.
I think that ball was rolling around out there for about 10 seconds.
It was,
that
wasn't it?
shot clock. Walters checks back in. Wilmore is in for the Wildcats.
If I'm North, I'm looking for Coleman in the corner here for the three-point shot because he really shoots it well in that corner. I don't think they know how much time's on the shot clock.
No, they did not. It's going to be a shot clock violation. So North with an 11-point lead here and 1:38 left. Whedon gets it up. Somerville to Bonds. And North's just going to bleed some clock here now.
Yes, they are. They're just going to move it and pass and move. Kevin's asking pass and move. 10 on the shot clock. Here's where your seniors make plays.
Bonds, Davion Whedon.
A lot of time went off the clock there to commit that foul.
Tyquan Streeter with the personal. Third on him. And it's a brand new shot clock now for the Hubs.
Yes, it is.
1:12 to go. North leading it by 11.
They're one foul away here from putting it into the double bonus. Remember, high school basketball has adopted the women's college rule, which is 5 fouls and a quarter gets you automatically in the double bonus this year. It's been interesting, you know, to call games having that, as well as coaching games having that. It makes it really difficult sometimes from a strategic perspective.
Another quick foul there would be Messiah Martin again with the personal for Williamsport, and that will send the Hubs to the line. It'll be Davion Whedon. Shooting 1-and-1. Two-shot foul, should say. Whedon missing the first. And second up and in. A 12-point lead for North Hagerstown. Coleman.
Clear it.
No good. Rebound to Streeter. Kreiner can't
to
get
a
it
guard.
to go.
They're going to foul
50
Will.
seconds left. Bonds fouled by Coleman.
This has been a great second half by North High. They've done a really nice job, and they were led by their seniors.
They stepped up when they needed to.
You asked me at halftime who I thought would be the difference maker, and I said Will Bonds, and he kind of put the team on his back in the second half, I thought.
Bonds at the line now. He gets that second to fall. 13-point lead for North Hagerstown. Coleman shot no good. Wilmore with the putback and the foul. And North defense really shut down Williamsport here in the fourth quarter.
They have.
That's just the fourth field goal of the fourth quarter for Williamsport. And the Hubs will go back to the line here with 36.8 seconds left and an 11-point lead. It'll be Walters taking the free throws now. Walters missing the first. Been a rough night at the free throw line for Brady Walters.
It has been. With the impending snow that we're supposed to get this evening, all Washington County facilities will be closing at 8 o'clock and not open until noon tomorrow. If they're allowed to open at noon, I have a feeling Coach Naylor's going to be holding free throw practice.
Walters gets the second. 12 points for him now. Coleman for three, gets it. Another three for Jalen Coleman. That's 4 on the night. And we'll take a quick timeout with 25.8 seconds to go. 9-point lead for North Hagerstown.
Back to a 3-possession game with basically 26 seconds to go. It's going to come down to making free throws and knowing your assignments on the other end and being smart about it, to be honest with you. Coach was not happy with that assignment setup because you know where Coleman's sitting, and he's only hit a couple threes from those spots. And it looked like, I'm almost positive it was Will Bonds on the low block that did not get out fast enough.
Williamsport on the road tonight. They'll be on the road Monday, their final regular season game. They're at Oakdale. North Hagerstown also on the road. They close out the season with 2 games on the road. Tuesday night at Thomas Johnson. Thursday at Frederick High.
I don't envy Kevin having to have those 2 games going into playoffs.
No. And must-win games as far as holding on to that seed that they have right now. Right now, the number 2 seed, but as you mentioned in the pregame, if they win out, they've got a shot at that number 1 seed.
So here's the blessing for Kevin right now is that TJ and Frederick have both moved up to the 4A slot. So really, some of that doesn't hurt them as much, you know, depending on where the other 3A teams are. Now, you go back a couple years ago, both TJ and Frederick were in the 3A, which means that our bracket was like going through the SEC in football. It was just a nightmare every single night.
Will Bonds adding to his point totals. Great fourth quarter for Will Bonds, and you did nail that as far as who was going to step up for North Hagerstown. Bonds has done it. Kreiner gets his own rebound, can't get it to go. Another rebound for Brady Walters.
No shot.
10 seconds left. Davion Whedon with the layup. And time's going to run out here on the Williamsport Wildcats. The late 3 goes from Corey Nelson.
For Day, his final bucket as a senior is going to be a layup. at home.
Your final score, 71-61, North Hagerstown knocking off the Williamsport Wildcats. Stay with us. Chad Brashears and I will wrap things up. Bob Parcelletti will also have a couple players from the winning team, the North Hagerstown Hubs. We'll have all that when we come back. High school basketball brought to you by Hagerstown Kia right here on Antietam Broadband. Stay with us, more to come.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you, from the dealer that's making it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
Over the past few years, homeowners around the world have upgraded to the unmatched efficiency and comfort of a water furnace geothermal heat pump. Water furnace units use the free renewable solar energy stored in your yard to provide dramatic savings on heating, air conditioning, and hot water. And right now, you'll save even more with a 30% renewable energy tax credit.
To learn more and to visit our geothermal savings calculator, visit Total Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning at asktotalcomfort.com.
In today's world, people consume video on multiple screens. Antietam Media Services is the company you can trust to reach those audiences. From streaming platforms to social media and traditional cable advertising, Antietam Media Services helps your business be seen. For over 4 decades, Antietam Media Services has been helping clients tell their stories through a lens. From live multicam event coverage to single-camera cinema production, we are Antietam Media Services, inspiring ideas, proven results.
If I was the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia, like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7, or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room, or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
Tonight's live coverage of high school basketball brought to you by Hagerstown Kia, the dealer that makes it easy. Hagerstown Kia wishes much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's game, the schools they represent, and their surrounding communities. Your final score tonight here from North Hagerstown High School, 71-61. The Hubs knocking off the Williamsport Wildcats. Let's send it over to Bob Parcelletti. He has a couple players from North Hagerstown. Bob, take it away.
Hi, I'm here with North High, the winning team. I have Landon Somerville and Will Bond who led the team. Landon, you guys played some very tough defense against Williamsport, and I saw you were checking Sione Wilmore and kept the ball away from him. It seemed like you guys took him out of the game.
Yeah, coming in the game, we really watched film. You know, he liked to get downhill, and then coming in, we'll switch out, we go 3-2 man, really just keep him guessing. That's really it.
You guys were like struggling offensively, and then all of a sudden something clicked, and it seemed like when you were closing them down, because it was like run one rebound and go.
Yeah, it was just putting trust in my teammates, and know we all can make plays at some time.
Now you had a couple nice drives in there to loosen things up. What were you looking for in that situation?
I mean, coming in, like we was in practice working on pushing the pace, so allowing my teammates to trust me, that's really it.
Okay, thanks a lot. Will, first off, senior day, huh?
Yeah.
Big day to end on. Is this a good memory for you?
Yeah.
The beginning of the fourth quarter, about a minute and a half there, you scored 2 big threes and a layup, give them 8 points, and gave you guys the margin for victory, basically. You guys were struggling shooting threes. Why did all of a sudden you find the zone in this?
I don't know, we just got out of transition. You know, I got my adrenaline up, and I just started hitting shots. My team trusted me with one more, so I just kept shooting.
You guys played, I was talking to Landon and said about the defense you guys played. You guys really took Sione, I thought, out of the game with your defense. What was your goal with the defense? Because the press bothered them.
Yeah, we went zone because we know all he wanted to do was drive. So we took that away and let them shoot on the outside because they're not really three-point shooters. So that's what we did that, and we were successful.
Now, you guys were like only 1 point up at the end of the first half, took off in the second half. Now, Coach wanted you guys to stop shooting threes, and you did for a while. What did you guys do different in the second half?
Oh, we just calmed down, run out offense. When we had the open shot, we took it, but we mostly was trying to get to the lane and get foul calls.
All right, that's it. Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks, Bob. And thank you as well to Landon and to Will. And senior night here at North Hagerstown High School, and just as you predicted, Chad, a couple seniors really stepping up big for North Hagerstown tonight, in particular in the second half. Will Bonds, as Bob mentioned, just a 1 point lead at halftime, and Will Bonds really took over in the second half, in particular the fourth quarter.
He had 16 in the second half, 16 of his 22, and I think the thing that you have to understand for Will is I've seen him grow and play for the last 4 years. He's matured exceptionally well. He knew the moment, and he took big shots in big moments. And you could just tell that the people around him, his teammates, were finding him as he got hotter and hotter as the game went on.
Finished with 22 points. Somerville, kind of the opposite, had the big first half, 14 points in the first half, ended up with 20. Brady Walters, the other senior in that big three that we talked about, 12 points for him tonight, and at least a dozen boards. We don't have the official numbers on Walters as we see him go to the bucket there. Great night for him as well, especially on the boards.
It was. He does his job, and we talk about Kevin, as we talked on the phone today, do your job, do the details, do the little things. When you look at Brady Walters, to me, he's a walking double-double, and he should be in Washington County. He should be in high school basketball with as athletic as he is. But I give credit to Will to close the door, Landon to start the game. All three of those guys stepped up in a big game for them because, as we talked earlier, they need these wins to be able to be a #1 seed and have home court come through North Hagerstown High School in the playoffs.
13-8, the Hubs record now. Williamsport falls to 12-9. And it's funny, Bob talking with the two players from North, and they talked about kind of quote-unquote shutting down Wilmore. He still had 24 points. He was a little quiet. They did shut him down in the second half, only 7 points in the second half, and that really did make a big difference in what Williamsport was able to do offensively.
If you look back to the first time they played and you go big three stat line across the board, and then you look at tonight's stats, North's almost mirrored exactly what Williamsport's did last time. This time you had Jalen Coleman, I think he went for 14, and Ciante went for 24. That's really about it that was able to get anything out of them. North's defenses did a really good job, and I say defenses because they went the 1-2-2, they went man, they went full court. They changed it up enough to make a freshman in Streeter, who does an exceptional job as a freshman, have to become cerebral on the court and not just be a basketball player.
It was a good one here tonight, 71-61 the final score. We remind you replays of this game available on Channel 6 and 806 Antietam Broadband Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. That's February 17th and 18th. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, February 19, 20, and 21. All those replays at 8 p.m. That does it for us for high school basketball season. Chad, as always, it's been great sharing the mic here with you this season. Always a pleasure, and you bring such an insight to the game. Great having you here with us.
I love doing it. I look forward to it every single year. Kevin and I have talked in the off season about different things that we can add to it for next year, and I look forward to sitting back here next with you and doing this all over again.
Absolutely, should be fun. Well, best of luck to both of these teams and all the teams in Washington County as they approach the playoffs. We're happy to bring you this high school basketball coverage here on Antietam Broadband throughout the winter season. And we appreciate you joining us here tonight. For Chad Brashears, I'm Mark Keller, and for all of us here at Antietam Broadband, we thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.